Hey folks, it's that time again. I am very clearly back in the hospital, hooked up to a ridiculous amount of stuff. As you can see, all these fun cables. Yeah, it's great. Heart monitor, pulse ox, IV line, blood pressure cuff, whole 9 yards. The only thing missing is oxygen at this point. But things have been rough, if we're going to be honest. I've been struggling with depression. I've been struggling with anxiety. I don't think my medication is working anymore because I'm on prednisone. And prednisone is known to counteract a lot of psych meds. So we're thinking about trying to switch out my psych meds, but not right now. Now, the reason we're not doing it right now is because I am in the middle of lung rejection. It's acute. It is not chronic. Chronic would mean that this would be the end. Acute means it's treatable. So we are treatabling it. I am taking 750 milligrams of prednisone through an IV for 3 days. Like once a day for 3 days. So that's 750 times 3. So y'all do that math because I don't want to. Now, my normal dose of prednisone, to give anybody who doesn't know much about the drug some perspective, my normal dose of prednisone is 20 milligrams a day, and that makes me messed up. So this 750 milligrams has me really jittery. Because prednisone has a tendency to be a mood destabilizer. So, like, if you have something like bipolar or a mood stabilizing issue, it really messes with that. So, when I'm on high doses of prednisone, I get manic instead of depressed. So, I am currently both depressed and manic, and it's really confusing. I am leaning closer toward manic than depressed at the moment, which is kind of nice because I've been depressed for a long time. And I've just kind of been keeping it to myself, which is bad, and I shouldn't do that. And I apologize to anybody that deserved to know that I didn't tell. Especially Joe, because I really needed to tell him, and I didn't. But that's beside the point at the moment. I'm doing better, which I'm sure you can tell based on how animated I am. But when I came in, I had a fever, I had hot flashes, I had chills, I had body aches, my lungs were really, really tight and felt like they weren't expanding, or that when they were hitting my ribs or something because it was painful. I was coughing, which I used to do all the time, as most of you know, but it's become kind of scarce in recent history. So when I do cough, it's concerning. Other things. So about my stomach, most of you know I have gastroparesis, paralyzed stomach because of the surgery, and that I've been on full liquid diet for months now, and it sucks so bad. But while I'm here, so I was supposed to get another gastric emptying study done on February 11th, which is just around the corner. But while I'm here, my doctor decided he wants to do it early because I'm not absorbing my Prograf properly. Prograf being my main anti-rejection medication, and he thinks that's why I'm in rejection right now, because my levels have been like all over the place. They're not stable. Now, the reason that I'm not absorbing my medicine is because it's a powder form. Like, I take a capsule and I break it apart and I pour the powder under my tongue, and it's supposed to dissolve, but it's not. It just sits there under my tongue for like an hour and just does not dissolve. And I don't know why. I mean, I understand I have a chronically dry mouth, and I think that's the problem, is that I don't produce enough saliva under my tongue to dissolve it properly. And I've talked to my doctor about this and all this stuff, and he's mentioned a few suggestions, like, I guess they have like fake saliva stuff or something like that at CVS. I don't know what he's talking about, but I'll figure it out. He also, of course, says, do you drink water right beforehand? Yes or no? And I do, and it doesn't help. So I'm like, I don't know what to do to get this Prograf level right. The reason that's pertaining to my gastric emptying study is because one of the reasons I'm taking it under my tongue is because it won't absorb in my stomach right now. It'll just sit If my stomach isn't emptying properly still, it'll just sit and fester and it won't actually dissolve, and then my levels will like skyrocket, which is also not good. So if my gastric emptying study comes back with me emptying enough, I can possibly start taking my Prograf as the actual capsule and just pop it in my mouth and swallow it and process it properly, which would be fantastic because that would mean less likelihood of coming back for rejection again. So yeah, that's the medical update and sort of the mental update. Also got a job at Credence Innovations, which is a marketing and sales company. There are some trepidations about going back to work, especially since it's a minimum wage job, like literally $7.25 an hour. It's not good. But there's reasons why that is good and there's reasons why that's not good, and it's kind of complicated to get into, but it's just weird. So I have orientation on the 16th, but I can always like not do that. Hello.
Ignore me.
Okay. My nurse popped in to check something on the computer. But yeah, so everything's kind of crazy. I don't know what to do exactly with this job thing. I really want to go back to work. Joe is suggesting that I don't work until I'm done with school, which would be ideal, but also I like to work. So I wonder if maybe I could convince him to like let me volunteer somewhere or something, like once a week, or do something other than being at home, because that's getting very tiresome. Like I like home, but I want to be other places too. So yeah, it's complicated. But anyway, this was a much longer update than I expected it to be, so I'm sorry. But I needed to talk about all this, and most people that I know who follow my journey would like to know. So here you go. This is the thing. And I don't know what date it is. I think it's the 4th of February, I think. It's either the 4th or the 5th at this point. Let me check my... It's the 4th. I was correct. Yay. But yeah, so it's the 4th of February. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just about. So there you have it, folks. Love ya. Talk to you later.